Good morning, everybody. My name is Edward Ashton. I'm with Coldwell Banker Tomlinson Northside. I'll talk to you a little bit. And of course, I stay on the topic of seller financing uh, just because those of you who are in trouble, like you can't get your house sold right away, you might have a mortgage on it, but you can still sell it seller financing. You know what I'm saying? And if your listing has expired, you've had it out for 6 months, you've had offers you can't sell because you got to come out of pocket. This is something to consider. And most people say, you can't do that, you can't do that. Yes, it's in the HUD paperwork. There's a line on the seller and buyer side that asks, is this contract subject to an underlying loan? It's called subject to. So with that in mind, it's perfectly legal. The banks don't necessarily like it. They do have a due on sale clause. But there are ways of getting around that legally, ethically, and morally. And what the banks want is to keep getting paid every month. It's only rare. It's rare that they even go back to find that the house was sold. As long as they're getting their money regularly, they're usually happy. But they don't want you making money on their money, and that's why they have the due on sale clause in there. You got a 3% loan. There are buyers out here who pay 9, 10, 11%. Just to be able to get in the house because they can't get a bank loan now. And is it risky? Yes, it is risky. But that's why there's so much money to be made in it. But that's why we also ask for a huge down payment so that they're not willing to walk away from it. And that, for a lot of us, we just say, how about a 2, 3, 4 year balloon? So you have to go get a bank loan. And if your interest rate's high enough, they're going to want to get that bank loan anyway, just to lower the interest rate. But unless you're an investor, like what we do, we love this. We'll get a 3% loan, turn around and sell it, or lease option it or sell it, however you want to look at it. But to make 6% on that 3% or 5%, consider it's a $500,000 loan. 5% is $25,000 a year. So it's a little over $2,000 a month in income, just in interest after everything's paid. Just something to think about. If you're looking for a house and you have the money to get into a house, knowing that you're working on being able to get a bank loan, I'm the guy you need to talk to. My name is Edward Ashley, Coldwell Banker, 509-389-8585. That's the cell phone, 509-467-7400. Always start with the 467. 509-467-7400. That's the office number. So just consider that. If you're going into foreclosure, if you got that foreclosure letter, this is the easiest way to get out of this. And if you're in the last 2 weeks, I got buyers who will pay you full price for the house to get that 3%, 4% loan. They'll get it out of foreclosure, they'll pay the closing costs, and they'll give you money to walk away. Think about it. So instead of having that foreclosure on your record, they're paying that loan off for a few years after you sell the house. You have that great, great piece of credit history to your benefit because the loan's still in your name. Anyway, just thinking about it. It's a good day. Good day to be alive. Good day to be here. And if you know anybody who is saying things that indicate they might not be here any longer, call 911 and give them a health or a wellness check. You might save a life. All right, bye.